up, you guys? It's your girl Nicole, and I'm back again with another video like I promised. And as you can see by the title, today I will be basically telling you guys about my experience as a CNA. Even though I haven't worked as a CNA that long, but I still got some experiences to share with you guys. Well, it's really not any experiences. I'm just gonna say this: I absolutely positively believe that CNAs don't get enough credit for the work that we do. Yeah, we don't get enough credit for the work that we do. And as you can see, well, I already said what I'm talking about today. Why did I want to become a CNA in the beginning? Well, I feel like, just my opinion, if you plan on being a nurse one day, a LPN, a RN, a doctor, whatever, I feel like if you plan on being a nurse one day, starting off as a CNA will make you look at things really different. And some nurses, they don't understand what CNAs go through, and it's not their fault. Some nurses don't care about the CNAs. Some nurses do care. At the end of the day, it's not their fault that we have to do what we do. I mean, I enjoy doing what I do. But I got a little credit for what I did. And what nurses don't understand is it's all about their leadership. When I was working at the nursing home, and when I clocked in, and I always looked, well, it wouldn't make no difference, I always look and see, what nurse, what RN, LPN, what supervisor nurse is going to be on my hall today. And I will always get excited when I see that certain nurse, because I know she's probably going to help me out a little bit if I need help. She's not going to give me no hard time. And yeah, but the hours, CNAs nowadays, there is a very big shortage in CNAs. A lot of nursing homes do it, some nursing homes don't. Well, most nursing homes do it. I think hospitals don't do it. Mandate you to stay over for extra hours. Now, that was a big problem for me, and that is one reason why I'm not working at the previous nurse home that I was working at. And then plus I was in school, and plus I didn't have my own car then. I have my own car now, but then when I was working, I didn't have my own car, so the riding situation was kind of hectic. But I was able to come to work every morning. But staying over for another 8 hours, working from 6 in the morning to 10 o'clock at night, wasn't really my idea. I volunteered when I first started working. I volunteered a lot to stay over and work extra hours, because I needed that money. Anyway, there was a lot of, well, I would say the morning shift where I work, it was a lot of teamwork, and I really did appreciate that. You need teamwork when you're working in a facility like that. Teamwork is what's the best there. Now basically the hours. The hours was the problem for me. Basically, the hours. Don't overwork yourself. I know there's a CNA shortage, and if you're a CNA like I am and you're watching this video, then you know what I'm talking about. Or if you're planning to become a CNA, don't be scared. I see a lot of videos on here saying don't become a CNA, why you shouldn't become a CNA. If that is something you want to do, then go ahead and do it. But I loved it as a CNA, and I'm very surprised that I got immune to it. Like, I got used to it really quickly. But now I want to do the graveyard shift. I want to work the night shift as a CNA. While I was doing clinicals, it don't take long to become a CNA. Sorry, I keep jumping back and forth. I got some notes here so I won't forget anything. But anyway, it doesn't take long to become a CNA. But I did go to a trade school out of town from where I stay. So instead of going to like my regular high school my junior and senior year, I actually went to a trade school, and I loved it. It was one of the best decisions I ever made. But the funny thing is, it really wasn't a decision I made. That's why I feel like that it was a part of my calling, because I never even signed up for trade school. So on the first day of school, when they was calling names for people to get on the trade school bus, they called my name, and I'm like, huh? So I asked, I don't know who, I asked somebody, I said, did they call my name? And he said, yeah. And I was like, okay. So I didn't question it. I didn't question it at all. I just got up and got on the bus. And then when I got to school, I thought, when the trade school teacher was calling out roll, I'm thinking, I never signed up. They just called my name. So I'm kind of nervous because, well, she don't call my name on the road, and she called my name on the road. I'm like, okay. So then I didn't question it or not. I just went with the flow. So I didn't argue, and I'm glad I didn't, because yeah. The pay. Now I can say where I got paid, but I don't know about anybody else, because it's different everywhere. Everybody don't pay the same. I think the highest CNA I know that is getting paid are traveling CNAs, which is something I always wanted to do. I always wanted to be a traveling nurse, but now I just want to be a DON. Anyway, morning shift got paid $10 an hour. Evening shift got paid $10.50 an hour, and I really don't know what night shift got paid. I think it was 11. It was either 11 or 11.50, and it got paid like I think $1 for working on the weekends. Anyway, so yeah, like I talked about the hours. Now it's more to being a CNA than just going to work, taking care of your residents, your residencies, and going home. One thing I tried to do, I tried not to develop a, I know it was hard. It was hard. I tried not to develop a personal relationship with the residents, with my patients. And personal relationship, I mean like a friendship, like, you know. But I just couldn't help myself. I just couldn't help myself, because some of the patients were very, very, very sweet. I really couldn't help myself. And you know, I hate coming to work and I find out something happened to them. I'll be like, oh my god, oh my god. That's why some people, that's why I didn't understand when I was younger why some people didn't, you know, they act nonchalant in nursing homes. When I used to go to the nursing home to visit my grandmother, or when I had to go to the hospital or something, and some of the CNAs, some of the nurses, they were very nonchalant because they didn't want to, you know, I guess they knew sooner or later that something was going to happen to the patient or the resident, and they didn't want to feel sad or depressed about it. But sometimes you can't really help it. You can't really help it. So expect that a lot. Okay? Oh, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. I actually used to love working evening shift, like from like anywhere in the evening. I used to love working evening shift. But like I say, leadership plays an important role. If you don't have good leadership, or if you got nurses that actually don't care, then you're gonna feel some type of way. You know, of course you're gonna feel some type of way. And I believe I didn't know it and I didn't admit it, that I think I told one person I was working with why I didn't like working evening shift, and it was because of the LPN nurse, one of the LPN nurses, no names called, disclaimer. Anyway, it's like, yeah, the nurse, she always gave me a very, very hard time no matter what I was doing. She always gave me, it was just like she was looking for something that to complain about. But anyway, like if I'm working with another patient, if I'm laying another patient down, because you know, the residents, I mean, they like to go to bed early. So, and on this particular hall, everybody gets up and I have to put everybody down. But of course we had help. It was a few people on the evening shift that I did appreciate. Anyway, it's like when I'm working with one patient, I feel rushed. And when you're working in a environment like that, you don't like to be rushed. Trust me, you don't like to be rushed. I can't just go in there and rush and fondle with the patients like that. I wouldn't even do that, even if I wouldn't want to do that. But even if I was behind, I still would not go in the room and rush and fondle with the patients. There's ways to do it. Yeah, you can rush like if you're behind, but you don't have to be like rush, like rough. I mean, you don't have to be like rough with the patients to, you know, to work a little faster than usual. But anyway, yeah, but I didn't have any problems with the CNAs. I don't know. I think I was the youngest person working in the facility, period. I really do believe that. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I believe I was. Me and another girl. I really don't know how old she was, but I feel like I was one of the youngest that was working there. And people notice you. You never know who's watching you. You know, that's why I always try to do the best I can. People noticed me. They noticed the work I was doing, and they was giving me compliments. And, you know, they was very surprised by somebody my age actually coming to work in a nursing home. You're 8. I was 18 at the time. You're 18 years old. They're like, oh, you're 18, you know. That's interesting. A lot of people saying that was interesting. But, what else? I never worked like the graveyard shift. I wanted to, but the problem was I wasn't going to be able to. Because even if I worked that graveyard shift to get that extra shift, then I had to go right back to work at 6 o'clock in the morning. That would have been totally too much. And there have been times, well, there was a time where my body weighed down on me. And yes, I exercise. I exercise. I ate right while I was working and everything. But I was working, doing double shifts back to back to back. And that weighed down on my body a lot. And I think that was Thanksgiving. It was around Thanksgiving. You know, I was out of school, and so I decided, I'm gonna work, you know, because I know they need some people, especially around the holidays. They gonna need people. So I worked. I worked my Thanksgiving break. I think I worked my entire Thanksgiving break. And a lot of people were shocked. They're like, you back again today? Like, yes, I'm back next week. Anyway, forgot what I was gonna say. I'm just going on and going on. I guess you guys want to know the cons of work. Like I said, the hours. It did weigh on my body. I think that's what I was talking about. It did weigh down on my body really, really bad. 17 minutes. I hope the video don't be that long. Well, I know it's gonna be long, but anyways, if this video is long, like 30-40 minutes long, if you're watching the whole video, if you made it to this point, thank you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. But anyway, I worked double shifts back to back, I think for 3 days, which meaning I worked from 6 in the morning to 10 at night for 3 days straight. And my body wore down on me. It wore down on me bad, like really, really bad. After then, and then plus of the issues I had to deal with the evening nurse, which made it even worse. And even though I got off at 10, I didn't get home till 11. Now, I don't know why this happens, but you be so tired at work all day. Then when you come home, you be thinking that you finna just, you know, take a shower, take a bath, get in the bed, and go straight to sleep. But that's not always the case. You be so tired at work, but by the time you get at home, you just be up, active and full of energy. And that was what was going on with me. That's why I really didn't go to sleep till like 1 in the morning. Came home around 11:30. Didn't go to sleep till like 1 in the morning, and had to get back up at 4:30 in the morning. So I was drained. And Cokes, Coca-Colas, ooh, yeah. I used to drink them Coca-Colas back to back to back, trying to wake myself up. And it did work, but I shouldn't have been drinking all those Cokes like that. Anyway, so I said, not anymore. After that, plus the bad leadership that I had on evening shifts, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. And I know one nurse on morning shift begged me to stay over. I said, no. Not gonna happen. And then it was around finals. This is when I stopped working at the nursing home I used to work at. It was around finals, and they tried to mandate me, and I was like, no. And then they was like, well, if you don't stay, you know you're gonna get fired, right? And I'm just like, okay. You know, I had to think, if I leave here, what I'm gonna do next, and plus I said, well, boom, next day, well, not the next day, that wasn't the next day, right, the same day around lunchtime, I had to think. I'm like, so what's my next option? If I'm gonna stay this evening, or if I'm gonna go home? But I was thinking, so I already had a plan. So I clocked out. The nurse asked me, was I staying or was I going? I said, well, I'm gonna go, because I can't stay evening shift. No, I just can't. So what I did was clocked out, and I went home. I went home and I studied. And I had finals the next day. That was on a Sunday, and I had finals the very next day, the very next morning. I had to get up in the morning and go. So I went home, I studied, yeah, and my finals, I passed all my finals, so I was happy about that. Oh well, I kind of did miss working there, but when I started to think about some things I wouldn't just agree with, you know. And I'm not finna work under anybody that don't appreciate me, or not finna work under anybody where I don't feel, you know, where I don't feel comfortable, you know. And I had a lot of people didn't have that choice, you know. Some people be like, well, that's all they got, but I'm just thankful that I had a choice to leave, that wasn't my only option, like, thank God. But yeah, but of course, you know, I absolutely adored the residents. I adored them. Of course, you take care of them. Some days it was hard. Some days I wanted to give up and just walk out the facility. Some days I was, you know, taking care of a patient. Some days I just wanted to stop what I was doing. And y'all know how, I don't know if it was hard for me, but like when you're going through things personally and you have to go to work with a smile on your face. And I feel like in this job position, you have to go, no matter how you're feeling, you have to go to work with a smile on your face. You can't let your residents, your patients, your people see that you're sad, because, you know, they are already sad and depressed. You know, some of them, or most of them, they're already sad and depressed. And you go in there, you go in the room, knock on the door, good morning, how you doing today? They're gonna, some of them, a lot of them notice that your facial expression, your body language, they notice it all. So you can't go in there with a sad face and, you know, just moping around and stuff. No, it's like, no matter how I felt, what was going on with me personally, I always went in every patient room with a smile on my face, whether they was feeling depressed, sad or not. I always went in there with a smile on my face. Now, let's see. Anyway, I was talking about the pros. Now, I wasn't the ungrateful type, especially just coming straight out of high school. So, while I was going through clinicals, I asked one of the CNAs, how much did you expect to make coming out of high school? And they told me, they pointed at me, they were like, you expect to make about $8 just coming out of high school. They'll probably pay you $8 an hour. And I'm just like, but me coming out of high school, y'all, I just wanted to work. I said, well, $8. I said, okay, $8 an hour. But anyway, I ended up getting paid $10 an hour actually, and $10.50 for the evening shifts that I worked. Like I said, I was actually grateful with that. To be honest, I was actually grateful with that. I was able to get everything I wanted and needed. So how, why I had no reason to be ungrateful about it. I worked with some great people. That was a pros and cons. That was a pro about it. I worked with some great people. Yeah, the teamwork there was amazing. But even though I keep getting off task, but when you first work into a facility and you're around other CNAs, other LPNs, other RNs, when you first come to a job, it's best to sit and watch. Okay, it's best to sit and watch who to laugh and talk with, who to hang around. If you need something, you need at least 1 or 2 people you can go to for that. Always remember, just because they laugh and talk in your face, that don't mean anything. That's why I say, when you first work in there, because when I first started working, I was quiet anyway. I was sitting there and I was just looking. I was just watching, listening, and learning, and doing my job. So yeah, so be careful about that. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Even if you feel like the person got an attitude and they don't want to help you out, I'm just gonna be blunt. Don't be afraid to ask for help. At least you ask for help. I really don't have much to say about the patients, the residents, because most of that stuff, if you're planning on being a CNA, most of that stuff they would teach you about the patient's behavior and all this in there. I only came across one patient who was, I'm not gonna say dysfunctional or I'm just gonna say behavior wasn't to 10. I only came across one patient that way. Yeah, I only came across one patient that way. Oh, as well, if you're a new CNA and they would try to fool you, of course, the patients, they would try to fool you like they don't know how to bathe themselves, they don't know how to feed themselves, and they know you new, so they're gonna get lazy with you. But I had to learn the hard way until the other CNAs told me, and I was like, oh wow. So you're telling me that this patient could have did this himself, and I could have been with another patient at this time. But I was just like, oh wow. A lot of stuff you have to laugh off. I'm being honest, a lot of stuff you gotta laugh off. A lot of stuff gonna get on your nerves. It's a lot of stuff you just have to laugh off. What you see other CNAs do, that don't mean you have to do it, okay? That don't mean you have to do it. you see other CNAs, okay, like the way they make their beds, or the way, well, not the way they make the beds, but the way they, well, you know, when you have your every 2 hours when you go and see the patient, and the way they, I guess, patting the bed up, what you call it, the way they do it, you don't have to do what they do. Because when I worked at the nursing home, and if I would have listened to some of those CNAs, the way they, you know, patting their beds, the way they did things, do things the right way, your own way, that's safe, and what's the call? I don't know what to call it, that's safe and good for you. Because you're gonna lose your job trying to do something that other CNAs are doing when you know it's not the right thing. Okay, just worry about yourself, do what you're supposed to do. Yeah, but the most, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, the patients weren't a problem for me at all. The most important thing I was looking at was the leadership from the head nurses. That's the most important thing I was looking at. And it was a few LPN nurses that I really adored. Like I said, when I clocked in and looked up there and see that was there, I was happy. I knew I was going to have a good day right from the jump. And I do every time. But when I go up there and I see another particular nurse, I'll be like, I just be like, Lord, help me today. And I just be praying and hoping she don't be asking me nothing. She don't ask me no questions or anything. I just be like, anyway. It was annoying. She was annoying. But yeah, I told you guys about the pay, told you guys about the hours. If you want to know anything else about it, you can comment some questions and I can probably do a part 2. I probably can do a part 2. But yeah, the most important thing I was looking for was leadership and teamwork, of course. So yeah, I want to be sure that I'm hitting on everything before I let you guys go. But if I haven't, if you're a CNA and it was some things that I didn't get on, please comment below and let me know, because yeah. But yeah, leadership was the most biggest thing I was hard on, looking forward to. But I want to be a LPN, and then I want to be a RN, and then I want to be a DON. Yeah, and I feel like I wish it was a requirement that before you become an RN or LPN or DON or whatever, I feel like it should be a requirement to be a CNA first. To be a CNA for like 6 months to a year. Well, 6 months. 6 months. I'll say 6 months. I'll say 6 months. I feel like that should be a requirement, because then they will understand more. They will understand, you know, what's it like. It's more than just coming to work. Like I said earlier on in the video, it's more than just coming to work and, you know, taking care of the patients like you take care of yourself. But most of the time, you'll be so tired, you know, that you can't even take care of yourself like you want to. You taking care of them, you're making sure they're straight, that's good. But sometimes you can't even take care of yourself. Even on your off days. All I did on my off days was sleep. All I did on my off days was sleep. Even though when I got, that's why I'm so happy I got direct deposit, because I wasn't finna go to pick up a check or go to a bank, because I was just too tired. So Even on days, on weekends where I wanted to go shopping, you know, the weekends that was off, I was just tired. I was just tired. I don't believe I don't believe I did anything but sleep on my off days. I was just too tired. I had a lot of rough days. I've had a lot of rough days at the nursing home, but I don't regret it. I don't regret it. While you're working, it seems rough, but when you go home that night or that evening, and you lay down and you start to thinking, and then you're like, it was worth it. It was worth it. It makes you feel good about yourself, actually. I learned patience. Working in a nursing home, it teaches you patience, respect, kindness. It teaches you, you know, teamwork, leadership, all of that. It teaches you all of that. And I'm blessed that I was granted that opportunity. So people be like, don't become a CNA, don't become a CNA. Well, that's totally up to you. Because I never thought in a million years that I'll be doing this. Never thought. But I feel like it gives me better leadership. Just in case one day I'm going to be a LPN or RN working. And I'm going to have to actually look up to the CNAs. Especially now that I experience it and know what they're going through, which is even better. That's why I feel like before you become an LPN, RN, DON, you should at least be a CNA for at least 3 to 6 months. Well, 6 months at the most. I'm just saying. But I guess that's the end of this video. I really do hope I covered everything. But if not, please comment down and let me know, please, because this is a subject that I really, really love to talk about. So yeah, if you want to know anything else, please comment below and let me know. If you watched this entire video to this point, thank you so much. I know this video is going to be long. My videos have been long lately, and I don't know why, but thank you so much for tuning in to this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by and visiting me. And please hit subscribe and the notification bell so you can get notified when I post my next video. And comment below if, like I said, you want to know more questions about my experience as a CNA, or if you want to know more things to expect, please let me know, because I believe this is only half of it. I didn't want to make an hour video, so this is only like half of what goes on in a nursing home. But if you want to know anything else, please comment and let me know, please, please, please. Anyway, I hope that's it. But like I said, comment and let me know, and I will see you guys in my next video.